He's trying to belittle you for wearing a mask, making it seem like it's a sign of weakness. Is it?
He's a fool, an absolute fool to talk that way.
Joe Biden bit back on CNN at Donald Trump's comments about him wearing a mask, calling the president an absolute fool. Biden said this a day after he wore a black mask while making his first public appearance in more than 2 months, laying a wreath at a veterans memorial with his wife Jill. Trump later retweeted a post that looked like it was making fun of a photo of Biden in his mask, though he later said he didn't mean to be critical. More students headed back to class in South Korea on Wednesday, even though the number of coronavirus infections is rising. Teachers were checking each student for signs of a fever and gave out hand sanitizer before they entered the school gates. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention say the nation has reported 40 new cases, with 37 of those being domestic.
Cummings, you're in the lockdown. Not a good look, Mr. Cummings, is it?
Now I think is the time for us all to move on. That's not to say this isn't an important issue or that people don't care a great deal about it, but I think there's a lot more that we need to focus on now about the virus, the economy, and the other things that we all care on. That's certainly my focus.
You're supposed to be more than 2 meters apart.
A British minister said it's time to move past the controversy surrounding one of the Prime Minister's advisors. Dominic Cummings has refused to quit after it was revealed that he had driven about 400 kilometers in March with his 4-year-old son and his then sick wife to be close to relatives. Cummings defended himself by saying what he did was reasonable and did not break lockdown rules. Kenya is rolling out voluntary public testing for COVID-19 in its biggest slum. Some residents in Kibera say being declared virus-free ups their chances of getting a job, but those who have positive tests are afraid of the stigma they might face.
People are fearful of going for the test because of the issues of quarantine, forced quarantine, and forced isolation, and all these uncertainties and the stigma of being found to be positive, and then you are labeled by the rest of the community and shunned away.
Kibera is one of Africa's biggest urban slums and is home to an estimated 500,000 people. The head of a Belgian animal shelter says he's scared that with lockdown measures being lifted, more animals will be left abandoned. People are afraid that the animals will be left on the roadside after their owners decided to adopt a pet to escape loneliness. The owner of the shelter says people should accustom their pets to being left alone again after spending time with them all day long. People in Paris can now get dishes to go from a restaurant visited by Barack Obama. The former U.S. president went to the Michelin-starred restaurant back in 2014, and it's now offering its dishes at half price. Until the lockdown in France has fully been lifted, restaurant staff are betting that people with picky palates will be willing to splurge for lunch. Thanks for watching Global News. If you want to stay up to date on the latest breaking national and international news, be sure to subscribe to our channel.